Hi, you are watching BeautiesTalkingBusiness.com with your hosts, AnDrea Pettingill and JennyAHansen. Between the two of us, AnDrea and I have over 20 years experience in the beauty industry, and you can now find us at Shine with Drea and at JennyAHansen. Also, our websites at shinewithdrea.com and JennyAHansen.com. And if you haven't yet joined our Facebook group, please do so. We are Beauties Talking Business, so come find us and join. We can't wait to have you as part of our community. Today is part 3 of a 3-part video series we have done with amazing nail technician Katy Lambson from Sugar and Spice. So I hope you enjoy today's final episode on how to really stand out in the industry.
This is part 3 of our episode today, and this is Beauties Talking Business. You can find us over at beautiestalkingbusiness.com. Hop on our email list, access all of our amazing replays. My name is Jenny. I'm a nail technician and beauty industry professional, but in the industry for 12 years and also have a product-based company and help creative and modern millennial entrepreneurs be creative and spiritual over on my personal site at JennyAHansen.com. You can find me everywhere online at JennyAHansen. And yeah, my favorite place right now is Snapchat and Instagram. Dre and I are always over on Snapchat. Katy, Snapchat. Anyway, we have a special guest, Katy, here. But Drea, do you want to introduce yourself and tell everyone where to find you before we hop into today's episode? Okay.
My name is AnDrea Pettingill, and I am online everywhere at shinewithdrea.com is my website, and Shine with Drea, you can find me on Snapchat and on Facebook and on Instagram. And so,
everywhere.
Yeah, today we're talking about
how to stand out in your industry.
How to stand out in your industry.
Mm-hmm. And Katy, we have special guest Katy with us today. And Katy, where can everyone find you?
You can find me online at sugarandspiceservices.com and on knowyournails.com, and I will be doing a book soon as well. So
I'm so excited. That for the last. She's like, I'm saving that for part 3. Love
That's
it. When you launch your book, you got to come back on the show.
Oh, I'd love to. That'll be fantastic.
Yeah. So today, what's really standing out in your industry? We're going to dive in. This is going to be a quick one. But part 1, Katy went over some of her topics. Part 2, AnDrea went over her topics, which were all super juicy and good. So part 3, we're going to hit my topics, which are number 1, standing out in your industry when you're working with customers and clients is that really learning how to control the conversation. Now that might sound a little bit icky and weird as far as like control the conversation. No, not in a controlling way, but in a professional way.
Have influence over what's going on because
I love that, Dre. That's better. Having influence over it. Because we are serving, we are helping, we are raising the vibration in what we are doing. We are taking care of our customers. We are taking care of our clients. We want them to come into a space that feels very healing and safe for them. We want them to leave from a space that they feel very good. I have clients who say this all this time, that they come straight from work, and they come and they sit and they're like, and then they leave and they're like, man, I was in such a bad mood, but I always leave happy. And it's like, good.
And when they come in with a headache and they're like, my headache's gone.
Yeah, right? Just something.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Like that is what we do. That is why we are passionate about the industry. And so what I mean by this is that sometimes you will have a customer or a client or somebody that gets into really deep, heavy stuff because you're their sounding board, and we play therapist, which is fine, but sometimes they can really trigger things because they will go into some really heavy things. Or sometimes they can, maybe the way they communicate or is that they complain a lot, whether it's around health or a situation, or they're just venting, or maybe that is just some way that they are constantly communicating is to talk about the problems, because that's where they focus a lot of their time, which is just like, bless their heart, like they don't know any different, right? So the first thing I suggest is holding a compassionate space around that, and then slowly like hearing, validating, but redirecting the conversation into something that's more positive and uplifting, and or focusing on the positive, and not spiral down that with them.
Yep.
Do you guys have anything to add to that?
Well, you just don't want them to leave feeling heavier than when they came in. You don't want to dump your stuff onto them.
Yeah.
You don't want to have any other things that might be heavy for them at all. Like just what Jenny said, like, yeah.
Hi, Katy's husband.
I recommend easing it, but without taking ownership of it yourself, because sometimes I think some nail techs are not careful about it, and they'll try to start problem solving.
Yeah.
And it is important to keep that, like, one of the things I might like to say is how are you going to approach that? How are you, where it's putting it back on there, but helping them walk through the process instead of me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a really hard decision. How do you think you will be,
Right.
what have you thought about for approaching that?
Right. Or sometimes maybe if I have someone who's struggling in their marriage, but maybe they've come out of it and they've done well later on, I'll just gently remind them and say, you guys have gone through a lot of hard times. I'm excited to see
what history there. How do you,
like something like that. But if somebody gets all like gossipy and negative and weird, I either will get kind of quiet, just work and not really respond. But then, once it's said, I almost won't validate something that's super negative. I'll just change it into, I'll find like one piece of information they might have thrown in there and say, oh, yeah, so wait, you're going on vacation? Where are you guys going? Keep it very open-ended and like, oh, that sounds fun. You do this every year. And they're like, yeah, but last year, da, 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 da. Well, what's your favorite thing to do when you're out there? Like things like that.
Pulling those positives and helping them see that there's good amongst.
Yeah. But without giving that like unsolicited advice,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like and sometimes if they're venting, I'll say, would you like my opinion on that?
Yeah.
That's really good, because sometimes people just want to vent or get it out, and then they can move on.
They don't want they don't
People
want.
might be looking for advice, and some just need a friend to hear them out.
Yeah. AnDrea, you actually do work with this though in part of your service, which I think is amazing. And that she actually has this as like an option on her menu.
Yeah. So what I do in this one is a belief breakthrough process. And it's like you said, it's always suggestion. It's always put it out there. Like if they want to work through it and kind of find a solution oriented like direction and find new goals in whatever challenge is coming up for them. But it's very important for it to always be an open invitation and not like, this is what you should do. It's because no one's going to listen to your opinion over their own. Okay. So as a coach, when I coach and mentor my clients through something, what I'm doing is helping them realize that they have the answer and the solution to whatever they're struggling with. And then guiding questions help them to realize what they already know. And so it's always that kind of a thing. It's never like, I know what you should do in this situation.
Exactly.
here's a suggestion. Would you, want to look at this, the other side of it, kind of a thing.
I love that you have that as a service menu, because it has two pieces to that. One, that they're choosing that they are, wanting to do that, but also there's something about being ready to change, being ready to, have those conversations. Because sometimes they're not, like, there's levels of growth that we're in that we're like, sometimes it's like, I'm here in this funky space right now. I just want to be in it. And it's an important process of like the emotional, journey that we go on, to just be in it, to feel it. And then it's like, okay, I'm done with it now. And I'm ready to there's this whole process in and of itself of taking ownership that I can do something about it. Yeah. And then like the next that says like, what can I do about it? And let's be goal oriented. And that's when the conversation in the salon, like that's what I'm really big about when I do the belief breakthrough process with my clients, is like, okay, you're taking responsibility for it. You're, choosing a new, thought process, a new
a new belief. You're letting go of old limiting beliefs. We're clearing all of that out so that you can
which
think
is
clear.
so good. Our next episode, Drea is going to walk me through, and I point here because to me, you're here.
I am too, but I don't know. This Brady Bunch.
I'm like, our next episode, Drea is going to take me through a limiting belief for you guys, which is super scary for me to get that.
I saw you get like kind of heavy with that, but it's like it's a good safe process. And I know that
it'll be helpful for all of you because guess what one I decided we're going to do? My belief of not being taken seriously.
That's a good one. Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be our next episode.
A lot of nail techs can relate to that, and we've touched base with that throughout these 3 episodes a little bit too.
Yes, 100%. Well, you know what? My next topic was all about giving the customer and the clients options, but we already covered that. But I just adding on to that is that you want to, like if they're coming to pick a product or whatever, or a service, it's like, what are you feeling? What do you feel more drawn to today? Or do you like nudes, darks, brights? Do you like neutrals, brights, darks, or reds or pinks? And I kind of categorize it, and then we narrow down, and then I'll sometimes I will pull colors for them. I will not stick them in front and say, what do you want today? I won't give them that, and it saves so much time. And then we'll narrow it down. They're like, I want something really bright, really spring. What's the trend for spring right now? And I'm like, okay, so spring, 2016, we're going to go brights, pinks, and metallics. This is the trend. And so like, that sounds good. And so I'll pull them, or if they want a pink, I'll pull like 3 different pinks and lay them out and say, okay, which one do you feel more drawn to? And this is a trick that I learned in the 5-star, fancy place.
This is perfect because this is something I actually learned from my husband, who's been in the customer service industry forever. Because one day I was telling him about a client who was so indecisive, and it's like, he has taught me that like you gotta narrow it down, give them 3 options, because a lot of times what I was doing in the salon before was like I'd bring out my huge box of colors. I'd be like, what do you want today?
Plus
and
all
then
my art.
option overload, and it's like no, and you gotta be like, what 3 colors are you drawn to today? Okay. And then you walk their brain through the process of decision making because it just helps so much more.
So much. And then that's when they're like, oh, I like this, or they want to see some. And then that's when a good time for the swatches to come out, Katy, and say like,
it keeps it simple and not overwhelming and exciting at the same time.
Yeah. And another thing I'll do too, like with my spa pedicures, is offering them, okay, which aroma do you feel more drawn to? Do you like this one? This is a ginger, it's more uplifting. Or do you like this one, which is more calming? And it's always giving them the option to choose, especially if you have more of a high-end clientele, or if you want to position yourself as a high-end technician, because these are the things that happen in a high-end environment.
It makes you stand out because they're getting tailored services, customized to their choice.
Exactly.
Yes, you bring it back to making you stand out, because they are going to feel like they are taken care of. They're going to feel like you are such a unique nail artist because you really customize everything for them.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be something crazy. It can be small, simple things like essential oil added to something that's already existing. It doesn't have to take a lot of time for additional products. It can be very simple and make a world of difference.
Yeah, or even having 2 different lotion scents. And another thing too is I ask, even before I do a hand massage, is this scent okay? Do you like this? Before I'll give them a hand massage, because I hate, when you put on a lotion, you're like, ugh.
Going back to prevention, right?
Prevention. Yeah. So, but those were really my biggest things I wanted to address on part 3. But because I'm woo-woo, we got to go there. Okay, so
let's go woo-woo.
Let's go woo-woo. And exercise is
like, what is woo-woo? Like, what are you guys talking about?
She's got it. She knows.
We're good.
But I know Katie's like so like analytical and on point with her stuff, and I'm like, just feel it. And AnDrea, you're like right there in the middle with both. Like, I love it. It's like I think why Beauties Talking Business does so well, and you guys respond so well, and our list is growing so fast, is because people, I think, like our balance. I think they do. They're like, okay, got it. But the end of the day, beginning of the day, and we've touched on this before, is to go into with, if you have the time with every client, and I know AnDrea tries to make time for doing this with each client. For me, it's kind of beginning day or end of the day. But I go into a mindset of beginning my day and setting that intent and going into a positive headspace. And I do this in part of my morning, like meditation and prayer and like reading and writing and like my ritual in the morning. But for work, when I go into my studio, there's a certain intent that comes with me. I ground myself. I make sure I have my crystals on and I like go there. And then my focus is just to do the best, fastest nails I've ever done. And then at the end of a client or at the end of the day, I visualize a waterfall coming down from the doorway of my studio. And as I walk out of that doorway, I am seeing my, like, just all that energy just go and just wash right off of me. And so, and it's just left there.
I love that visualization. Like I could totally picture the imagery that you're setting the stage for and the symbolicness of how that can enhance and make you shine.
Yeah.
I'm actually installing an imaginary waterfall.
Yes.
I'm doing it.
And then
Really?
everyone who walks in and walks out, you can
Those
like,
are like elements of nature, right?
yeah,
Reconnecting around us again.
yeah. And you can use that depending on different elements of, if you want to see air, you know, washing it away or fire burning.
I think it's mostly about intent. I've had people teach this different ways. Like I have plants in my salon, and plants are they need that negative stuff to feed their, you know, feed the plant to give us the oxygen, etc.
That's what Earth does. That's very rooting. It recycles.
Cycling, right? So, you know, I use plants in my salon. Some people like to use other like rocks or something, but I think it doesn't matter. It's the intention, and that you know that that's what it's doing for you, and that you're clearing the air. Everything's going to feel so much better. And just having that intention, you know, if that's what's important, you know, no matter whatever woo-woo weird way you want to do it. But
however it works for you.
It's really important because everybody is different. We are all individuals, and that is what makes us uniquely, wonderfully us, and that's what our clients love about us. I think half of the reason people come is for the cosmetic and what we do, but the other half is very much their nail tech and how they connect with them. And so if for one it's meditation, if it's plants for another, for me it's probably the spa music that I'm listening to, because music's very dear to my heart, and I connect emotionally and mentally very well with it. And so maybe take some discovery, look at what you're doing in your own personal life and see how that can be incorporated to help others in your professional life as well.
Absolutely. I love that.
What makes you
brought up music. I love that you brought up music, Katie, because I think a lot of people already use that as a tool to like help them emotionally, because like they don't even realize they're like driving home and listening to a song that really helps them to just leave that stuff in the car or whatever, you know, out with the windows down, you know.
Right.
It's an intention of like just like feeling better.
Feeling better. And again, that goes back to then this other point of customer service versus hospitality, and that you have to marry the two. You can have great customer service where, you know, you get a call, you're responding, you're booking your appointments, thank you very much, you're handling problems. Hospitality is more of where you're really embracing and you're taking that client and you're in that service and you are uplifting and you are, you know, catering to them, making sure they're having an amazing experience. And that
I would even marry three. I would add
standing out
to that marriage.
What, Katie?
I would even add one more to that marriage personally, and that would be being a professional and what that encompasses from, you know, the businesses that we've talked about and how to set that respect and that tone and how to help them and educate them. I think all three of those make a strong triangle.
Absolutely. Oh, well, that was good, you guys. That was an awesome part 3. And let us know if you like this too, that we are doing part 1, part 2, part 3, or that we are shortening our episodes so that you guys can really digest and bring in the information and consume it at your leisure. And, you know, just trying to keep it, we're trying to like try these different things to see what you guys like. So let us know. Also feel free to email us at info@beautiestalkingbusiness.com. And what did you?
Going to add that it's like just super fun to have the conversation continue at the Facebook group. So if you're not on the Facebook group, jump on there. It's the Beauties Talking Business on Facebook.
Yes. And
engage. We want to interact with you.
yeah. And you guys are awesome. You do. We love it. And so I'll put a link to that too with everything. This will all be posted up on the website at beautiestalkingbusiness.com. I will actually probably throw it up on my own site too. I don't know if you guys have it. We're going to put it everywhere. You'll find it. It'll be in the group. And so make sure you come to beautiestalkingbusiness.com, get on the email list, watch the replays, take some notes. We got some good juicy stuff here. And next week, we're going to be doing limiting breakthrough stuff. And that's going to be super powerful. And also, if you guys have not noticed this, what?
Jenny, next week is, I was going to say we're skipping next week, but we're actually, it's okay because we're pre-recording it. So
yep, we're recording it. That's right. So yeah. Yeah, we're not live anymore. That's the biggest thing. So we'll make a big announcement about that. And the reason that we are choosing not to go live anymore is because BLAB, although we love the platform, they're having some technical difficulties and a few problems. So we're going to step away from BLAB for a little bit, and we're just going to have this and also an audio version of everything so you guys can listen to it. Because, and we'll see. Maybe if BLAB starts to become a little bit more
flexible, but we might. So we want you guys to be commenting on Facebook so that we can address your questions.
We want to answer.
Another benefit for not doing the live is also that you can digest what's been said and kind of process it, and then come back with those questions and interact.
Very true. I know. And if you guys really love the live, maybe we can try YouTube live too. We'll mess around. We'll play with it because we're figuring out as we go. But thank you so much for watching. Katy, where can we find you?
You can find me on www.sugarandspiceservices.com and knowyournails.com.
AnDrea, where can we find you?
Find me at shinewithdrea.com and also on Instagram, shinewithdrea, and Snapchat and everywhere.
Everywhere Shine with Drea.
But those are where I'm hanging out.
Yep. And same with me. You can find me everywhere at JennyAHansen, all over social media, all different platforms, and Periscope, Snapchat, Instagram, blah, you name it, I'm there. Also, I'm over at JennyAHansen.com, which actually we forgot to mention that Drea has a free confidence building audio over on her website, and I have a guided meditation and a couple audios over on mine, as well as my first digital paid product is up, which is teaching you how to build a website in under an hour.
And I'll keep you guys posted on the book as well, and I will be hooking up viewers with a special connection. Just those.
Will you? So, yes, like a Beauties Talking Business, little deal. Love it.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. We love you. We appreciate every single one of you. We hope that we are helping and contributing, and just please let us know. And thank you. It's a beautiful episode, and that finished and concludes with part 3, and we will see you next week.
Hi. Oh my goodness, that was so fun. I absolutely love the content that Katy Lambson from Sugar and Spice talked about, and how that we each really discussed what we do to stand out in our industry and dealing with difficult clients and customers. So please make sure that you go over to beautiestalkingbusiness.com. You can catch all 3 replay episodes along with the audio version only if you just want to listen to it as well. And you can also get on our email list there so you don't miss any upcoming episodes. And next week is a little bit different. Next week, AnDrea is going to talk about limiting beliefs, and she is going to take me through a limiting belief on video for you to watch, and hopefully it will be a fantastic and amazing tool for each and every one of you to really gain some insight and clarity on what your message is if you don't know it, or how to just make it even stronger if you already do. So thank you again so much for watching. We love having you here. Again, go to beautiestalkingbusiness.com and come see the site, as well as join our Facebook group at Beauties Talking Business. With lots of love, Jenny and AnDrea.